everyone. A very good afternoon to you. And I was just talking to a colleague in this organizing team. How many of us do we think are here? I think we are estimating the number right now to be 300. So before I even begin, I think everyone deserves a big round of applause for coming to this space, for saying this matter counts and this matter is important to all of us. And I think today is very, very special in the context of Singapore, because I think for a long time, many of us have felt deeply for this issue, but the avenue has always been a problem. So from all my friends and colleagues in Marua, we are very happy to partner Function 8, which is really primarily responsible for everything that you see around you. And for me, I just have a little something that I would like to share with you as president of Marua. We are very adamant, those of us in Marua, that we are still searching for justice. These are all the names of everyone who was involved in Operation Spectrum. And before they become more dim in our memory, I think it is important for us to go through again who are these individuals who went through quite a traumatic experience in 1987. We have, of course, Vincent Cheng, Teo Solang, Kevin D'Souza, Wong Suk Yi, Tang Lei Lee, Ng Bi Leng, Jenny Chin Lai Ching, Kenneth Sang Chi Seng, Chung Lai Mei, Ma Li Lin, Lo Yit Leng, Tan Thi Seng, Theresa Lim Lee Kok, Chia Bun Tai, Tae Hong Seng, William Yap, Tang Fong Ha, Chiu Keng Chuan, Cheng Swan Zi, Fan Wan Peng, Ronnie Ng, Nur Afandi Shahid, Francis T. Xiao, Patrick Siong. All the 22 names that were traumatized, many of us feel quite unnecessarily during that period. So 25 years ago, while we were sleeping, at the beginning, only 16 persons were dragged off under the ISA and later presented to the public as Marxists with clandestine communist connections. Over the next few weeks in 1987, we saw various images of those who were arrested in the media. We were told many times by the government and the media that these individuals were subversive and out to harm Singapore. They were, in other words, a security threat. Hence the need for the ISA to contain this contagion, right? For the lay person, all of us, we saw a motley group of people who did not really strike us even at that time as major plotters. What we saw was a bunch of committed people who were keen on helping migrant workers, as we call them today, and those who were earning low wages out, especially in Jurong, in the manufacturing industries. They were doing case advocacy, gathering data, and offering direct services to people. How can then this kind of work be labeled as Marxism or communism still remains for many to many of us quite a deep mystery. And that is not really, sometimes we joke about it. Am I really a Marxist? You have heard some of them tell us, right? Sometimes you laugh along with them, but sometimes you have to pause. This is not really a laughable matter. When you carry a label without having even an opportunity to prove that you really deserve such labeling at the highest in the land, and that is the government. If they were subversive, then we must be clear, really, as the population, yes, they are subversive elements. Instead, what we have is a huge uncertainty, even today, 25 years on, think most of us have big question marks over this whole period in our Singapore history. The cases against them have never been clear. So we are just told to just believe the government, which honestly is really asking too much of any population. None of us can really have the opportunity to draw any satisfaction from attending a court trial and judging as individuals where their true allegiance lay. We just have to believe what the government has told us. In addition, now, since their release, we hear of abuse during the incarceration. We have heard their piaks during the interrogation. We flinch at their recounting of the stories, and we look at the ground in embarrassment because we just do not know what to do, what to say, but we feel. We are troubled. 25 years ago, we were troubled. But personally, I found that I had no space of my own to talk about this issue. I was a teacher then, and not really many in the staff room were keen to talk about it. And the first person I met was an Irish bloke who asked me, "Where are you from?" And I said, "I'm from Singapore." And immediately he started asking me about the Marxist Conspiracy. We talked late into the night about Operation Spectrum, and that is when I found the rings of Catholics all around the world and here who were praying and holding vigils for those who were detained under ISA. Today, we also celebrate the many brave souls around Operation Spectrum. None have actually been more brave than all the names I have read out, because they have come out to tell us their stories. They have given us this space, in fact, today, by putting up those booths to say, "Come and see what I went through," because otherwise, how are we going to know? But what else are we here for today? We are gathered here today to find our own voices. And Marua especially appeals to you. We have a commission of inquiry statement, and we are asking every Singaporean, if you believe that this is not on, please put your name to the petition, stand up, give us your IC number, so that when we reach a threshold of 350,000, we can tell the government 10% of Singapore's population really believes that the Operation Spectrum deserves a commission of inquiry so that we have fairness and justice in Singapore. This must never happen again. We want transparency. We want an open court system, which is the most precious thing that we can have to protect us under any circumstances. And we also we empathize with the government that they too need space to do interrogation, but no one here really believes that ISA is the best answer. So join us, please, in search of justice, and for all those who have been detained, some call them the survivors, but from an advocacy perspective, they are the ex-detainees, that they will have some reconciliation, some peace, and the church itself will find its own pathway to embracing each and every one of them again. So thank you very much.